show. We'll begin our first story from Cuba, where airplanes and firefighters continue on.
Juga pertama kali melihat
This is the daily life of the 3-hour news show crew. Every day, the executive producer, creative production assistant sit down and discuss the day's broadcast plan. Usually, fresh ideas emerge for the needs of the show. As for the producers, it's time for updates from the coverage team to get into the rundown. As for the creatives, it's time to pitch the See the Story segment to the producer.
Okay, so every morning we start our work by having a news budgeting meeting around 9:15 with all of the producer and also news assignment editor. And then after that we start our works, just like making all of the news scheme that already in the budgeting into our rundown here, and then we check our sources that it is already available or not. And after that we start to make an editing, just like we're fact checking all of the stuff and also check the visual, is it available and is it already reliable and is it already verified. And then based on the language speaking, we also have our news script editor here, which is really have a proficient English capacities that checking our grammatical mistakes and also the logical fallacy and so on. And then after check by our news script editor here, we move our works there to our news visual editor.
After the budgeting content has been completed, producers and creatives then write the script, which will then be processed by the production assistants and edited by the script editors. The production assistant team must ensure all materials to be aired are ready, not to mention the script editors for checking and editing all scripts. "30 minutes to on-air," producers and creatives brief the hosts, PD and FD for today's content and treatment.
Listen to you guys, so I'm going to put the aksi perdagangan satwa in the first segment. I need to put it in the first segment.
Sometimes the producer has their drama.
Chair is not responding, he's not replying my text yet. But you know, I'm still insist that we have to put it in the first segment, still.
But our first segment is fine enough at that starting.
But still, talking about the team, Southeast Asia should be in the second segment. First segment is not ethical.
Kang? So we have these arguments that, you know, I need to put the endangered animal trafficking in the first segment. Well, meanwhile, Adit and Fahmi agreed to put it in the second segment because they think it's part of the Southeast Asia update. And for me, because the story is interesting, and I think a lot of people need to know that this syndicate, they have this kind of operation to selling endangered animals. What do you think? We've been quarreling about this.
Alright, I think how about the consideration of visual? I think if you want to put it at the first segment, you need to see the consideration of visual attraction for the audience.
See, the visual is good.
If it's so appealing,
Masai.
and you don't have any, if you don't have any other candidate for you to put in the first segment, so it can be the first segment. But I'm thinking if you have another hook first story, so you have to battle with that first.
Well, we got a lot for this first segment, and I think that we have to conclude that all news from Southeast Asia should be in the second segment, Mas Akhil, based on our merit,
No,
right?
this is different.
No, I mean the
Can you
picture,
mention,
the videos
about
is also
the
not
other
that.
candidate that you think that's suitable for the first segment?
We got a lot. We got Ukraine. We got a wildfire in Cuba. We got a legal polyester cabin in Australia, and everything.
Okay, Kang. Thank you. So you agree in the first segment, yeah? Okay.
I'm thinking that you can put, because since it's weekend, I think you can put that what Noni has been proposed for the team could be in the first segment, I think.
Okay. Sip, Kang. Thank you.
Yeah. Put it at the first segment.
So sometimes the arguments finish with him because he will be the one who justified which one it's better to put in the first rundown, or we have some kind of technical issues or everything. He's responsible for doing that to us. Thank you, Kang.
Prospective audience, right?
Okay.
Hook the audience at the weekend, right? On the weekend. Animals could be the right things.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Kang Acir. So guys, this is what happened during the processing time. Sometimes all the producers have their own opinion, have their own angles, have their own perspective, and we have to compromise which to put it in the rundown. That's the tricky one.
Many crews have been working in the program since the beginning.
Okay, so been 2 years in 3 Hour News Show. It really helps me to be a better person, professional and personally. And then I learned a lot about broadcasting and then creative production. I learned to be a better version of myself because in this program, especially, I learned a lot how to be more disciplined, how to be more responsible with my own jobs.
It's been an honor and pride for me to be part of 3 Hour News Show. I've been learning so much more from the news judgment, consistency, and how to run the media. I hope 3 Hour News Show will be smart, sparking more as the most authentic news program at sea today. Happy 2nd anniversary, 3 Hour News Show!
Okay, stand out through. 5, 4, 3,
4 p.m. It's time to air. The host opened the program and all crews are on standby. This is the producer with the control room operator leading the program. Creatives are preparing the talk show, and some gimmicks and PAs are monitoring editing. Following the conclusion of an episode of the 3 Hour News Show, it's time for evaluation with all crew and then go home.